What's up, y'all? Hey, I found this video. I thought it was interesting and very perplexing. I think it's a lot of times what different people be thinking. So I want to share that with y'all. Also, hear y'all thoughts about it.
So I want to ask something that sounds simple, but nobody ever actually answers. What the fuck are we doing? Like, not you, not me, not your 5-year plan or your grind or your self-care era. I mean us, the whole human species. 8 billion people breathing, living, working, stressing, reproducing, scrolling, arguing, killing, loving, surviving. What are we collectively working towards?
I think he already answered the question. I'm not trying to be funny, but I think he already answered the question. He said, "What are we trying to do while we're here? Survive." I mean, I know survive is not the goal for everybody at any point in time, but as us just existing as humans, we want to survive. We want to, of course, thrive, survive, live, enjoy life. Those would be the basic necessities of life that all humans want. That's what we're doing here. We just here being humans, living. That's just more what he got to say.
Stop and really think about that for a second, man. What are we collectively working towards? Because if you zoom out far enough, it looks like we're sprinting nowhere. Because right now, it looks like we've built the most advanced systems in human history just to keep ourselves to...
We not sprinting nowhere. I mean, we only here on a planet for a small amount of time. 100 years, if that, 110 years. I mean, and a lot of people say that's what makes life beautiful is that you know that you're here for a period of time and that you don't get a redo, you don't get a respawn, ain't no do-overs. So it's like, so that's what makes it so beautiful that it's fleeting.
Too exhausted to question them. It looks like we've turned existence into a chore and then gaslit ourselves into calling it normal. We wake up tired, we work jobs most of us did not dream of, to pay for lives we barely get to live, to impress people.
Well, he said something about pay for jobs that we don't get to choose. How are you going about choosing your career? How are you about choosing your life? How you going about choosing what you want to do for the rest of your life? Like you have a choice in what you do and how you spend your time and what activities you get involved in. I mean, whether it be at high school, previous levels, middle school. Some people know what they want to do when they younger. Some people know they just want to, I don't know, be a singer, be a dancer or whatever. Like people know a lot of times when they're younger, like what you talking about purpose? People try to figure out their purpose. Like, and sometimes their purpose is tied up in with their work and sometimes it's not. But we have a choice in what we choose to do and how we live our life. We have a choice in what we're going to do. And that's another thing, because I wrote down a note. I thought about what he said, and the true essence of education is to realize what you don't know that you need to know. Like, okay, they give you this teaching and tutelage, but what else don't you know that you need to know?
Who are just as trapped and just as lost as we are. We measure our worth in numbers we did not invent, currencies we did not choose, timelines that don't respect the human.
How are you gonna? Okay, we bartered at one point in time, so they created money and coins to figure out how they're gonna make the exchange rate easier. Instead of you carrying 2 chickens and a pig to somebody's house to exchange with somebody else, they created a normalized way to exchange rate instead of bartering things now. Time, I mean, there's 24 hours in a day. That's pretty standard across the globe. I mean, I know they argue that daylight savings time does not change for different countries. I believe that was something that was created like a little bit back, maybe 100 years, 60 years, or something like that. Trying to give people extra daylight to get work done, because after a certain point in time, it changed. Because we had lamps and we didn't have electricity, lights, and things like that. So I mean, some stuff you could nuance and argue about, but other stuff is like
human nervous system at all, and we call that success.
Well, no, no. I mean, I get what he's saying, but we are not nocturnal animals. We cannot see in the dark. So therefore, when it's dark at night and we have to sleep, we get rest. We get rest. You close your eyes. You go through the 4 levels of sleep, 4 levels of REM. So you get adequate rest and sleep, and make sure you replenish your body with nutrients and fluids, so you could carry on to the next day. Breathe in, breathe out. We're here to exist, like, and I think this, like, just to have the fullest life. If you have people who you love and who care about you and you care about them, what more could you want? I don't know what more could you want out of life than that. Of course, you want to have money and stuff, but money and stuff ain't gonna matter if you don't have people who care, who love and care about you. So I get what you're saying, but I'm glad you're asking the questions, because that means at least you want to know, and people need to know. I'm not saying I got all the answers, because I don't, but I'm only saying from what I figured out from being on this planet for an extended period of time. So
let's stop bullshitting for a second, man. Put your ego to the fucking side, man. This is not freedom. This is a well-designed cage. And the sickest part?
I kind of agree, but I kind of disagree at the same time. I think that financial literacy is an issue as far as us being taught it in schools and doing it. But I think sometimes people don't take advantage of the information that's present for them. We are a society of people who have some of the most technological advances, but we don't use them to help us. We use them to cheat. We use them to do frivolous things. You don't use it to advance yourself or to put yourself in a position to learn and do different things, so you could be more financially stable or to grow as a person or something like that. And that's part of the issue. That's part of the problem. So
the cage does not even need guards anymore.
Oh yeah, financial literacy. I think that could be taught. That could be thing. But again, like what I said before, education. The true essence of education is to realize what you were taught and realize what you weren't taught that you need to know. And hopefully, prayerfully, you have a parent, guardian, someone who's over you, who's going to try to impart different things in you to put you in the best place possible. Everybody don't have that. I know. I get that, but those would be the things. And it's just like, as I'm reading, I'm studying different people who are successful in life. If you have a good understanding of what worked in the past, or then that lets you know what you would want to do or choose to do, and so that speeds up your timeline for you to be successful in different things, so you could do what you want to do. And I know your question was really, what are we here for? We're here for our purpose, or whatever your purpose is, whatever encourages you, fills up your cup, get your goat, that makes you want it, that gets you moving and breathing, and let your blood boil in a positive or even in a negative way. Like that's why we're here. So
police ourselves. We shame each other. We defend the system that's draining us, because admitting it's broken would mean admitting we sacrificed our time, our bodies, our parents.
I mean, some of it does not function properly, and it should be. I'll say that. But again, what point are we going to take accountability for different stuff that we're doing? We have to take some accountability, even if it's not your fault. Is there's at least one thing or two things, or you could say even 5 things that you could have did differently? There's got to be. There's got to be, because then that's saying that if you don't say that, then you're saying that everything's outside of you and you have no control over things. It's that, give me the wisdom and serenity to understand the things that I can change, the things I can't change. Yeah. So you want to be able to wisdom to know how to change the things that I can, and the serenity to be okay, to not do things I can't change. I done messed up the whole quote with my bad, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Our kids, our joy, for something hollow, for something empty, for something meaningless.
It's only hollow and empty if you do not get what you want out of it. It is not about the destination. It is about the journey. It's not about getting the gold medal. It's not about winning the award. It's not about it's about enjoying the journey, spending time with those people. Because when you sitting with your last breath, who you want to be surrounded by? You don't want to be surrounded by all your trophies. You want to be surrounded by most people. You want to be surrounded by those who you love and who care about you, to comfort you. Like if you're injured, I mean, it's easy when you're up, like what you would say you do. But when you're down at your lowest, what are the things that you want? What are the things that you want to happen and to be around?
We were not born to live like this, and deep down, everybody knows it. That quiet discomfort you feel at night is not depression, it's not laziness, it's not you.
Quiet discomfort. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean when you say that. Quiet discomfort. Are you not getting enough sleep? Is it a nagging thing? Do you feel like you're not pursuing your goals or your dreams or your aspirations? What do you mean? That part I don't know, because that could be a lot of different things. That nagging thing when you sleep. Like, is it because you're not choosing what you choose to do because you're scared? Like, I can't answer. I can answer arbitrarily or whatever in the best way I can, but it's hard to question to answer, because what do you mean negative? If you're doing everything else that I said, then you should be moving in the direction that you need to be moving or that you want to move in. So,
failing to adapt, that is your primal instincts screaming that something is fundamentally off.
Failing to adapt, we always have to adapt. No matter the day, time, year, we have to adapt. We went from an industrial age to a technological age. I remember back when beepers exist, phones, rotary phones, mail. There was a point when they had to send mail, postal mail. You had to write a note for somebody to get it, and it wasn't in a letter electronically. You had to handwrite that bad boy, or time after that, type it with an old school typewriter that you had to push the little thing. I'm just saying, like, you gotta look at the whole. You can't just look in it, and I'm not saying you are. You can't just look at one. You gotta look at the whole time. The whole time. It goes further than that. There you go.
Humans did not evolve to sit still all day staring at rectangles, inhaling stress.
Agreed.
Sit still. Looking at rectangles. Are you talking about phones? Are you talking about TVs? Are you talking about computers? Computers at home? Computers at work? What are you talking about? It's the age and time that we're at, but people have choice on what they do or don't do. People go outside and touch grass. People could have a chair and work on the chair, but also have an ergonomical chair, stand up while they're working. There's a lot of different options that you have. Like I got desks that I could stand up, make them stand up when I'm standing up, so I can continue on the task that needs to be done. Yeah, Yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying, but some of that is on us. What do we choose to do with the time that we have? And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say they marketing when it goes all the way back from where it is now with the algorithm and how it was with TV. I know we're still in the television age and with the radio. Like, and think about before radio. Think about before TV, before it was colored at black and white. Like, think about how they did. Think about how they tell people about different things. Then you had to be word of mouth. Certain pockets heard about it. You had to talk to someone about it. Now they could just kind of spit things, spew things to you because of what you search or whatever like that. It's a different age of time. We just have to adjust for it.
And calling it productivity. We did not evolve to be isolated, overstimulated,
They target us to stimulate us. But isolation, I think that's partly on us. You choose to be isolated if you don't want to be around people. That's a personal choice. That's a personal choice. Overstimulating, partial. That's nurture versus nature. Like some of you control, some of you can't control, depending on the person or whatever. But you do have a choice.
under touch, constantly compared, constantly afraid of falling behind. We did not evolve to
Well, we gotta compare. We gotta compete.
turn survival into a competition and empathy into a liability.
Does not survive mean to compete? The survival of the fittest, Darwinism. Only the strong survive. Someone will lose. Someone will win. Someone will lose. I don't know. I know. I understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to be thoughtful. If there's anything else that you're saying that I'm just not touching on right, or maybe I'm seeing the wrong way. But from what you said, that's how I would say I would apply it.
We used to move. We used to meet strangers and become.
Now, when you say move, do you mean nomads, nomadic times? It's a different time. It's a different time. We're able to cultivate the land in the areas that we live in. We used to go with the herds of whatever animal we were hunting, depending on what regional area we were at. If that's what you're talking about when you talk about move and interact with different people, with different groups. But moving wasn't always the best thing, because you could get into a rival tribe's area, and it could be combat for like resources, berries, antelope, elephants, mammoths, whatever you want to do. I don't know what particular timeline you had, but now we're stationed. We can cultivate the land. We can farm. We know how to cycle the crops at the farms that we're at. Those are different things that we do to provide us with an opportunity to live in the area. We create wells. We know how to find aquifers. We do different things to get gasoline, oil. We could get it from the sea. Like, there's a lot of different things that could be brought to you, export, import, from out of country, in country. There's a lot of things. I mean, this goes down to the railroad system being, the interstate system being set up that crisscrosses throughout. And I know within the states, but also I'm pretty sure in other countries too. So,
Less afraid of them, not more. We used to live in rhythms, not deadlines. And no.
Afraid, not afraid. Rhythms. I think we still live in rhythms.
This is not some romantic fantasy about the past. The past was fucking brutal. What our ancestors went through was brutal. People died. Life was hard.
What do you mean? It was brutal. Stuff does happen to people. What do you mean? Like, I don't know. You're saying stuff, and I'm not saying it's fair for you to say, but I need more articulation on what you mean.
Life expectancies were lower, but at least it was honest and genuine. Pain had a reason. Effort had...
What reason is it different from now? Pain has a reason now. Pain has a reason back then. Like, I don't see the difference. And then I can't see the difference. Pain is pain. Cancer is cancer. Argument is argument.
Had a face. Community was not optional. Now,
community is not optional now. People choose to be in the community or not. People completely choose to be in the community or not.
We have comfort without fulfillment and connection without intimacy. We have infinite information and zero wisdom.
Do you mean we have information with zero action behind it? Because you could have all the information in the world, but it don't mean nothing if you ain't gonna do nothing about it. I could know I need to push that button, but if I don't push that button, then the button's not gonna do what the button does. So, I don't know. What was that quote? There was a quote with wisdom. I got another quote in my head. I know intelligence is doing it yourself, but wisdom is learned from somebody else. I thought there was another one. I can't recall it right now though.
We know everything except why we feel so fucking empty. Right, you want to know something? This system does not exist because a few elites are evil geniuses. It exists because it feeds on our unhealed wounds. Fear, scarcity, insecurity.
We have to be our own governors. And what I mean by governor is that we have to govern ourselves. We have to have discipline in what we do or do not do. We have to, same thing as in a vehicle. As if, a vehicle has a governor in the vehicle. It does not let it proceed over 80, 90, 100, 120 miles per hour, versus some vehicles don't have governors in them. Vis-a-vis police vehicles, probably, of course, military vehicles and whatnot, so they can reach top speed.
The need to feel superior, the terror of being insignificant, the addiction to distraction, the refusal to slow down and actually feel our grief and emotions. Power concentrates where people are disconnected from themselves. Always has. That's how you tame a human. That's how you control.
Yeah, I probably agree. Do not disconnect yourself. Be connected to the source so you can achieve and do different things that you want to do. Be familiar with yourself. Understand who you are. You can understand what you are, what you need to do.
Control a human. So I want to ask something.
Yeah. But no, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. That we could do. Just continue to work on what we need to work on so we can be what we want to be. But the whole purpose is to know what we want to know, go where we need to go, so we could be successful in this life and live it to the fullest. But sometimes you got to dig yourself out of a hole. You make certain mistakes. You don't have people to teach you or tell you beforehand. You won the lottery by being born. Sometimes even in given areas, like there's 1 million sperm that goes in to meet an egg, and you're the one that comes out. You're born a winner. And then what else can you do also to keep yourself ahead so that you can be successful? Of course, we want everyone to be successful. What can you do specifically for you to be successful? That's just a thought. Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you. I hope y'all found this insightful, and I wish y'all the best.